So Mark Esper is saying that, oh, well, Milley wasn't, it was a senior defense official who told Axios, because Axios has a piece out on this too. And they're saying that they kind of feel like Milley cooperated with the authors of this piece of the book. And so, are there transcripts for this call? Is that going to be made? Is that going to be made available? I mean, his spokesperson has a full statement out, but Trump acting defense secretary at the time, Christopher Miller, he was the former acting secretary of defense under Trump. He led the Pentagon from the period after the election through Inauguration Day, said that he didn't, because see, here's the thing. The first call was made by Milley in October of 2020, right before the election. The second call was made on January 8th of 2021. And at that time, Milley would have fallen under the jurisdiction of acting Secretary of Defense Christopher Miller. And Christopher Miller said that he, quote, did not and would not authorize, end quote, Mark Milley to have calls with his Chinese counterpart. He said he did not authorize that. And there was one call that we know of that was made under former acting Secretary of Defense Christopher Miller that Mark Milley was said to have made at that time. And Miller is saying that I didn't authorize that and I would never authorize that. Now, some people are saying, well, these weren't secret calls. Well, they were not the President of the United States. It was a secret from him. And that's the whole point of everyone's outrage.
And by the way, it was secret to all of us too, because why would you wait until a book comes out to talk about this if it's truly the national security threat you believed it was at the time? Right. Because you want to garner support for those actions.
Right. I completely agree. This is just so, it's just so crazy. Now, then you have a senior defense official telling Axios, reporting on Esper's role in the calls to China. And they were saying Esper took the initiative on this in October, and Esper asked his own policy folks to back channel the message. Milley's message followed Esper's. They were saying that Esper's message to other countries conveyed by OSD staff was one of general reassurance, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't answer anything really, in my opinion, either. I mean, you can say it's important context that's left out, but I still, again, this all comes back to the voter. The president is the avatar for the voter, and the voter was not told about this. We were left out. So, man alive, it's just something else. It's just pretty unbelievable. And this is why we need an investigation, because I want to know the truth on this. I don't think that it'll ever happen. I do not think that it'll ever happen. I really don't. And they said that, so what they're trying to say is, oh, well, we coordinated this with Esper's office. They weren't a secret, except from us. Now, what you're going to hear, the defense for this is going to be, well, there were 15 people who were present for the call. Were any of them Donald Trump, the President of the United States? Because apparently you also had, at least at one point, you didn't even have the former acting Secretary of Defense present, which I think would be kind of important. They weren't even aware or present. So that's a big deal. And this is not something that I think this is just bad. It's bad. This is not something that you can explain away. This is not something that you can, shrug off. There needs to be an investigation. There's some conflicting narratives, but also this guy's got to go. It doesn't make you circumvented the authority of the voter as represented in the President of the United States. That alone, and while giving aid to China, that alone makes this treason. It doesn't matter if you had 15 witnesses to treason. Okay, charge them as accessories. Thank you for giving those up. That's my response to this. This guy, pride is his downfall, for sure. All these people who are making excuses for this are owning themselves because they are surrendering the authority of their consent so that they can defend a partisan failure. And they don't even know it. They don't even know it.